Phone's beeping. Let me mute that. All right, welcome everybody. This is Carlos saying hello on another Monday. It's snowing outside here in Denver. Is it snowing in Colorado Springs, Ron?
It's just starting to. Yeah.
Cool. We're supposed to get over a foot of snow, and it's going to be a short week. I know a lot of you guys are making plans this week to travel and to meet with family and to spend Thanksgiving with those you love. And I'll tell you, my perspective is now, after being in the U.S. for over 2 decades, I enjoy Thanksgiving very, very much. But when I came as a student, I really didn't understand it, to be honest with you, because we grew up in South America, so we didn't have pioneers, right? we had the conquistadors, and the stories are not that pretty when you go to school about them. So, understanding what Thanksgiving was all about, and really enjoying the celebration and getting used to it, because it's a holiday that we never celebrated down there. So it was like, oh wow, now it's this big thing, right? And for us, it was only Christmas. So over the years, and after Myra and I got married, and she had been here since she was a kid, basically since she was 4 or 5. She had a long-standing tradition of celebration of Thanksgiving, which I didn't. So it's been really an amazing thing, because now it's one of those holidays that I enjoy the most. And I'll tell you why I enjoy it the most is because it's the time of the year where you really start looking at the things that you're grateful for, and the things that you have instead of the things that you don't have, right? Because I really feel like life is about perspective, and many times we lose sight of that perspective as we get busy, or we're in our journey of going to where our goals are taking us, and we forget to, along the way and every single day, say thank you and be grateful for the things we already have. And I've discovered over the years that the power of gratitude, it's something that we all have within us, that instantly, when we think about the things that we're grateful for, it makes us smile. It warms us inside, and it gives us that energy that helps us overcome things. But also, even if nothing wrong is going on, they help you get started the right way. And so I've started, with my kids for a while now, to ask them, what are you grateful for? Right? When we go to bed, we put them to bed and we say, hey, let's talk about 3, 4, 5 things that you guys are grateful for, so that it becomes a habit, and that they when they grow up, they'll remember the times where mom and dad told them what they're grateful for. They told themselves what they're grateful for, and that it becomes something that we consistently do, not only at night, but throughout the day, right? Because it is very easy to get distracted and to complain and to find things to be upset about, like the weather, for example, right? It's snowing hard right now, and a lot of people, I'm sure, at home are stressing about it and worried and thinking, oh my God, I didn't go buy groceries, I don't have water. What if the power goes out? What if I have to drive like this tomorrow? And they get overcome with worry, with fear, with all this stress, that if they really would change the perspective, they would think, oh, I'm home, I'm warm, I have running water, I have heat, I have food, and I have the capability to, if I drive slow in the morning or leave a little early, I can still make it to work on time. It might not be the most fun drive of my life, but if I leave 30, 40 minutes before, I can make it. So do you see what I mean? So it's interesting how I think when I've talked to so many people out there and business owners, I've gotten to understand that a lot of the purpose that drives them is based on where they came, right? Where they came from, what are the struggles they went through, how they were able to, instead of those struggles and failures, become a burden and become a heavy weight or baggage, if you will. They turned around and they started looking at those struggles and failures as being thankful for, right? I'm thankful because I failed in this particular enterprise and I was able to realize that I needed to make a change in my decision making, that I needed to make a change in the way that I look at things, right? I can tell you 100%, I am more thankful for the people that have told me no, for the people that have rejected me, for the people that have told me it won't work, than maybe the people that said yes in a way that they really didn't mean to, right? Mm-hmm. Is the yes that meant no, right? Yep. or the never respond type of people, right? Because that means a no too. So it is interesting that when you start becoming grateful for the little things along the way and for the failures along the way. Now, it might suck in the moment, right? We are human, we feel, we have our pride, and we never like to admit that we were wrong, or that we made a bad decision, or that we chose the wrong partners, or that we chose the wrong business, or that we didn't do the work and then we expected it to work, right? That's a very common thing that, everybody wants to be in business for themselves, but then they realize, oh man, I have to actually work to make this work. And then they realize, oh man, the business didn't work, right? It's never them. So I think gratefulness not only gives you that edge, in my opinion, because it is a competitive edge. So when you use gratefulness as a competitive edge for you and your business, then guess what? Then you have that ability to get back up and to move on from the no's so much faster than somebody that gets a no and needs 48 hours or a week to recover from that no. Because many times when you call somebody and you're so excited, man, this guy is going to get it. I'm going to show him the business. I'm going to show him the United Challenge. I'm going to give him a Vengo for free. And I'm going to, do all the things that our amazing leaders have told us to do. And then you go and the guy is just simply not receptive, or is having a bad day, or, any myriad of reasons, or just simply not interested. We gotta respect the fact that some people out there, it's not their time, right? They're gonna be like the Facebook, the friends of Mark Zuckerberg that didn't show up to the dorm room, right? Those guys were probably partying or having a drink or whatever, and for some reason they thought that Mark was not that brilliant or never saw it coming, and they didn't show up, right? They didn't know. There's no way they could have known. They made a decision. They committed to that decision, which is not going. And of course, I'm sure they kicked themselves in the butt for not showing up, but there's nothing they could have done about it. They already committed to that. So in that same way, you go to somebody, you show them your business, you wear your heart on your sleeve, you do all the things that they told you, and they tell you no. Now, if you were emotionally invested in that process, then what happens? It affects you negatively, and then you need some time to recover, which is normal for some people. Now, but if you go into that situation, number one, expecting nothing back, right? You're just gonna go give a service, and the service is you're gonna go give him a gift, which is an opportunity, right? If that person doesn't take the gift, then it's okay. You keep your gift. And you are grateful for the opportunity that you had to plant that seed with them. which, by the way, it might be a no tomorrow, a no today, and it might be a resounding yes tomorrow. So you walk away with having done already the part that you had control over, which is deliver that opportunity to that person. And you give thanks for the opportunity to doing so, and you disconnect completely emotionally from the result of that. Because it might be a resounding yes, but it also might be a no for now that you can later on go back. But you don't burn the bridge, you don't get mad, you don't get angry, you don't cut communication with them, you remain being in touch and being a friend to that person and try to add value in whichever other way you can. Because what happens many times is somebody tells you no and you completely cut them off, right? You're like, you're dead to me.
Right.
Which is completely the wrong attitude. It's like, if you're grateful for the opportunity of putting this in front of them, then you can go back in a week and just ask, hey, how you doing? Right? I hope you're doing well. And if you were smart enough to learn something from them during that conversation, then you can ask about it, right? Maybe they told you their kid is about to go and compete in the soccer tournament. Maybe they told you their business is going to hit a great milestone. Let's take the time to learn to listen and to understand and jot down those things that this person told you. So if I meet Ron for the first time and I talk to him, don't do all the talking yourself. Let Ron tell me who he is, what he wants, what is in his heart first, and make mental note or actually write it down in your agenda, in your notebook, whatever, so that when you contact Ron the next time, you can say, hey, Ron, how did it go in that event that you were going to have? I hope it went well. Guess what Ron's going to think? Oh, man, this guy was listening. Yep. He cares, right?
Yes.
And that's all you say. Don't be tempted to say, hey, will you join me in Trunited again if he already told you no? No. This is building relationships. This is creating bridges. This is showing people how amazing the community in Trunited is, that eventually will attract them to take a second look. That eventually will attract them to see, man, these are folks that really want for me to succeed, right?
Yes.
Because in the first contact, they might have been apprehensive that you were just another one of those guys that wanted to show them something that was the next best thing. And of course, they've seen 10 next best things in the last few years, right? So they're probably a little on the fence about even listening to you, let alone telling you yes in the first sit down, right? And many times we let that opportunity die there because we're afraid to contact them back. Now, remember, if you expected nothing to begin with, if you were thankful for the opportunity or that gift that you gave to them, then it's very easy to go back to them in a week or two and just ask a question about themselves, about their life, about their journey, about their family, about their business, about their career, or whatever else you learned from that interaction. What do you think, Ron?
I mean, you're just exactly right in the crosshairs of how we were able to have the success we had in building our previous network marketing company, because the business is all about timing. And you just, of course, we're so excited to show somebody when we can't sleep, you know, we're losing sleep over, we can't wait to show it to the next person. So when you come across that way, a lot of people just kind of back up, you know, and you know, talk to me. And I had a lot of challenge with what you're saying, Carlos, in the beginning, because I was so excited. I was just going to get everybody in, and I hardly even took a breath. I was talking so fast. And I think I scared a lot of people away because I was just too over the top. And when I finally got some counseling and I talked to a mentor in the business, And he said, you can't control their timing. Some people are looking today. Some people may be looking in 6 months because their job situation changed. But if you treat everybody as if I'm long term in this, and you have the vision or the belief in your heart that they'll eventually be with you. So you're not so pressed to get somebody right now. And I know that's hard for new people to really take that longer term approach to relax, get to know the person, find out if they're even really looking right now. And in a conversation, you can get a lot of information that's really going to help you see where you want to progress. If you even want to really go into any kind of depth with showing them True United at this point. So build relationships, make them eager to see you again because of how you treated them in that meeting. And that was our long-term success, because I had people call me 6 months later, 12 months later, 18 months later, say, hey, Ron, is that company that you talked to me about, how are you still doing good with that? My situation's kind of changed, and I think I'd like to sit down and grab another cup of coffee and talk some more. And that is some of our biggest pieces of our business came from that long-term approach. And anyway, just my take.
Look, it's interesting, and I think, Ron, you've kind of hit it in the head here, where very few people are interested in what others have to say, right? Mm-hmm. They're only interested in what themselves have to say.
Yeah.
And they want to hear themselves talk even. So when somebody comes to you and asks you genuinely with a good heart, hey, tell me a little bit of your story, right? Tell me about your business journey. Tell me about, something that is important to you. And they don't feel like you are pitching them anything,
right?
Then, man, they will tell you exactly what they want in life. And many times their frustrations, their struggles, where they came from. And, there's so many people out there that are just looking for a little bit of attention, because the reality of our world today is we have attention deficit disorder in large scale, because we're hit from so many angles, by devices, by notifications, by prompts, by this and that we're looking in every which way direction, but it's our attention being demanded.
Yes.
Instead, we are not getting the same attention. So it is really interesting how these little things, and I can tell you this because, as many of you guys know, my brother and I launched a project in honor of my dad where we are interviewing entrepreneurs. And we are interviewing entrepreneurs all over the world that we've met along the way, just to listen to their story. Mm. And I cannot tell you how much goodwill that has created just in the last few weeks that we've been doing that, where we are getting overwhelmed by just, hey, I want to connect you with these people. I want to connect you with these people. I want to give you referrals here, referrals there. We are not asking for them. We are not asking for them, but they're just giving them, because guess what? Nobody ever has taken the time to ask these people, hey, how you doing? How's your business going? Tell me how you got it to this place. Is there something I can do for you? Can I connect you with somebody? And behind the scenes, of course, we're trying to connect them with other people that can help them. We're trying to, find them some mentorship, find them some people that can guide them or give them resources and things like that. But, it's just those precious minutes where we're able to listen and soak their story and understand, and then later on go back to the notes and ask them a couple of weeks later, hey, how did that go for you? How did that event go for you? Man, that is just amazing. And that's really, guys, the only thing that you need to be good at. I spent some time in Phoenix with Roger Pineda on Saturday, on when was it, Friday night, and man, I was telling him, he's a person that, you know, has built a decent size business before, and has all these skills that I wish I had, right? He's funny, he can tell a story, he makes people smile, everybody remembers Roger, he, you know, he looks like Cheech Marine, and all these things that I'm like, man, dude, what is the only thing that that you need to go do is go talk to people and let them be about it themselves for a little bit, because it's turning the tables, right? It's not trying to pitch anybody. It's go out, make some friends, go out, build some relationships, go out, create that pull instead of a push. And really, you've applied that successfully, Ron, to business. And every business that I see that changes the dynamic from trying to sell to now trying to add value, and give, thrives.
Yes. How did you make them feel?
Yes. How do you make them feel? Are you making them feel important?
Yes. Are they heard?
Yes.
And you approach from that standpoint, not how do you want to feel, but how did they come away with a meeting with you? And do you feel like that they felt like $1 million because you valued everything they had to say and genuinely were interested in seeing what you could do to help them? It may not be True Nighted. It may be another door that you might be able to introduce a relationship. I promise you, if you approach things that way, it will come back full circle to you. You won't know from which direction, but things would just fall out of the sky. And I said, wow, how in the world did that happen? And then I connected the dots, and I remembered a conversation I had many, many months or even years ago, ended up bringing something to the table. Just amazing.
Exactly. And why am I talking about this today, guys? Because I know come Thursday or even before, you're gonna start seeing people you haven't seen in a while. You're gonna see family, you're gonna see friends, you're gonna see other people that you typically are not necessarily in touch with, and some of you are gonna be tempted to go pitch them about United or show them the Freedom Hack during the Thanksgiving dinner time, right? And guess what that's gonna do? That's gonna scare them away.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're so excited about it. I'm excited about United. So instead, I want you to think about this. As you encounter all these people in the next few days, try to learn about them. Try to understand what they want. Try to ask questions of what it means for them or what's important to them. And you'll learn about people too, right? You learn that many of them maybe are not good prospects, right? That they're negative, that they're complainers, that they are down on life or anything like that. Not to say that that eventually won't change, but remember, you're picking your team here. You want the winning team. So definitely discuss and talk about those things so that you can find out who maybe in the last year or so has now a new purpose about, hey, you know, I want to start a business the next year, right? Ask them about what are the plans for the next year? What are the plans for the end of the year? You know, and ask them and learn so that you can later on come back and say, look, maybe this will add value to you, right? Try to be that person that they remember because you made them feel good, because you made them feel important, because you didn't talk about yourself, you let them talk about themselves. And I guarantee you, you'll leave a memorable impression about that.
Huge.
Right?
Absolutely.
Guys, I wanted to get on, let me see if he's available to kind of give us a little testimony. I'm putting him on the spot as I usually do, but let's see if he's willing. I texted him and he hasn't replied, but I'm persistent, so I'm gonna try and open his microphone right now. Let's see. Let's see if he unmutes real fast. I don't want to say his name yet until I can get through to him. Hey, Jose, if you can hear me. Oh, oops, I said his name. Jose, if you can hear me, if you can unmute, brother, I just wanted to ask you a couple questions. Let's see. All right, he's muted. Maybe he's having trouble with his connection. So anyways, guys, I wanted to share that. So as I end this and I bring some of the leaders to the screen, just know that myself, and I know I speak for Ron, for Dr. Nico, for the team in Phoenix, we are so very thankful for your you know, you as a person, as a leader, as somebody that has taken advantage of this opportunity at whatever level you're building. Maybe you're just getting started and you just learned about Trunited yesterday, or maybe you've been in for a couple of years and are just also getting started and engaging and getting active. You know, it's interesting. But no matter where you are in your business journey, we are grateful for you. This is the foundation of the company for the next few years. If you think about this, and when I bring James Wood on, he sent us a message today or yesterday about, you know, the early days, right? And I feel like we are in the early days of building something so big, so amazing, that many people will look back and say, oh wow, I was in the early days, right? I was in when we were just only less than 100 people in the phone calls, and now it's 1,000 plus on the webinars, right? Because that's really how businesses are built, one person at a time, one relationship at a time. So I want to tell you that I wish you and your families an amazing Thanksgiving. We're so very grateful for you. I hope you enjoy a time of love, of thankfulness, of gratefulness, and that you know, the time that you spend with your family, with your loved ones, is precious, and that you take a lot of cool pictures, and that you eat a lot of good food, and then you fill your bellies, and that if you have a chance, also go help somebody else that maybe doesn't have as much, right? I hope that we all get an opportunity very soon in the future to, and I'm going to already throw it out there because I've been thinking about it so much, that for Thanksgiving 2020, the Trunited members, we all get together no matter where we are, and we do something in the name of Trunited and our business for our community, and that we represent as servants of others, as people that we give to others that are in need and others that might not have enough or might not have anything, right? So I hope that you guys can join me on the Thanksgiving 2020 challenge or event, or however we want to call it. As we get closer next year, we will throw it out there and kind of help organize, and we'll do a lot of amazing videos of just, you know, us being able to help, because there's a lot of help needed out there, and a lot of people, of course, that need to feel loved and appreciated and thanked. Okay, so Ron, you want to say a couple words before I bring some people on the panelists?
Well, I know that we have a vehicle that I am extremely grateful for. I just ran into a situation this past week where somebody tried to recruit me into a business, and the guys that have started this new company, they were with another network marketing firm that had made the decision to go public and completely change the comp plan, and really burned a lot of bridges with a lot of people in their organization. And everything that Dr. Nico and we all have put together is built on a long-term platform. We will never take this company public. And I just am so grateful that the long-term vision that's in place should help you all feel extremely secure about your future. And it's just one more time, it came right dead center to me as to imagine having to deal with all that mess, and everybody got everything changed on him and had the rug pulled out from under him, so to speak. So again, grateful for a lot of things, but certainly this is a big one for all of us.
Big time. Thanks so much, Ron. Leaders, don't fight for the microphone.
I'm holding my peace, bro.
I'll just jump in real quick. Carlos and Ron, thank you so much for just spearheading this theme of gratitude and Thanksgiving. And really, and I don't want to sound cliche-ish here, but it really is not limited to this week. Living in gratitude is really the ultimate way to live your best life.
Yep.
I've thought of it as almost a repellent. When you think about gratitude, gratitude is a repellent that drives away negativity. Gratitude is a repellent that drives away complacency. Gratitude is a repellent that drives away fear. When you live in gratitude, you understand that, number one, life is precious because life is not guaranteed the next day. And I think that as we do commemorate this, and I'm glad it is a time to be recognized all around the country and many parts of the world, Thanksgiving, that we as a people and as a community and as a company, that this could be the heartbeat, not just on Thanksgiving, but imagine as we share a wonderful business opportunity, as we share the details of this social commerce earnings platform, when people recognize that we are people that live in gratitude, therefore we are concerned for their well-being. I think it's an opportunity to really have the kind of impact that will reach far beyond what we can even imagine, what we can fathom. So I want to be a conduit. I want to be an agent of that kind of spirit, that because of my gratitude, I can help someone. The other thing that gratitude does is it drives away this spirit of impatience. We don't have to be impatient. When you're thankful for where you're at, recognizing that this is the perfect season that God has you in, you don't have to be impatient. Gratitude and effort wrapped with consistency, it's the winning combo. And when we could teach that to the next person, I'm telling you, we are raising up people that are going to spread this kind of love, spread this kind of spirit all over the world. It just takes one. One turns into two, two turn into four, four into eight. So I'm excited. I'm excited because, and I don't know if it was Carlos or Ron, you said this. This is going to help us as we think about people, as we have our, maybe it's the list of names. There's no need to mess around with people who are not grateful.
Yes.
We can impact them from afar. But when it comes to building your legacy and whatever United means to you, find people who are of like mind. Find people who are grateful. Find people who can connect on that level. So happy Thanksgiving. So thankful for everyone.
Hey, brother, since you're talking, might as well ask you about this. How amazing was to sing the national anthem at the Titans game?
Gratitude, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Was that was that the first time you guys sing at an NFL game?
No, it wasn't. It was actually, believe it or not, we've lived in this town for almost 27 years. It was our first time at Nissan Stadium.
Wow.
For the Titans.
That is
and
amazing.
It was an amazing atmosphere. Our entire family was there. The Titans organization, they just treated us so nice, and it was a great experience. And just singing the national anthem, it's
Yes.
goosebumps, man.
Yes.
And so
No, that was so amazing. I was getting goosebumps, man, just like watching you guys even before you started, and
I
you
think we
handed
all
you,
were, Carlos.
you handed the phone to your niece, I think, or your nephew, and I was directing them what to show me, right?
yeah,
I was like, guys,
I
keep
think they
it,
shouted you out too, Carlos.
yeah,
Yeah,
keep it going, guys, because this
I
is
know.
this is awesome, right? And
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, I'll tell you, it was a little difficult. So, and I won't belabor this, but so the technology was, we were going to use our in ears, right? So
mhm,
the ears would serve as monitors for us to hear.
yeah,
Because imagine you're dealing with a 2.5 second delay.
wow,
Well, during our sound check, the frequency has to align so everything can, obviously be smooth. And they were having issues. So I told the guys, I said, listen, let's rehearse this without ears, because if
yeah,
something happens, at least we know what we're dealing with. So that's why we created a half moon. And the guy in the middle, which is my oldest brother, our oldest brother, Sam, he's the arranger, right? So we just agreed, hey, let's just, because you can't hear in a big stadium like that, right?
yeah,
You have to be tight, and you've got to. So we decided to just follow his lips and hear as closely as we could. We ended up doing the whole thing without ears.
that's awesome.
And we just said, relax, just enjoy it, think about the lyrics. I mean, it was a crazy,
I love
kind
it.
of nerve-wracking, but we felt every moment of it. We
Yeah,
just decided, hey, man, this is an honor.
that's
But
that's
again, those
awesome.
lyrics, when you think about the lyrics, you talk about gratitude and
Hmm.
gratefulness. The writers couldn't have depicted that moment in our history
Right?
so powerfully. So it's
Yeah.
no reason why it doesn't matter who sings it. That anthem will give you goosebumps.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, guys. And I'll tell you, you shared it on your Facebook wall. If you guys want to see who's out there that it might be a good candidate for your team, just share that video and see who comments. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's to me, it's like a way to vet people to see if I want to be in business with them. Because hey, if people see it out there, like the video, comment below and stuff like that. Uh, hey, I want to be in business with like-minded people, and more than anything, like-hearted people,
Yeah.
right?
Amen.
Because when our hearts are in the same frequency, oh my God, the things that we can do together as a family and as a movement, we will change this industry and business for that matter from the inside out,
Mm. Amen.
right? Thanks, brother. So proud of you, man.
Thank you.
So proud
Thank
of your brothers. Please give them a
thank
hug
you.
for me when you
We'll
when you
do.
are with them.
All right.
I would love to tag onto that. um, just I love how you worded that. Carlos, of sharing things like that on our Facebook, or whatever our social media is of choice,
Yep.
and using that to vet like-minded people to come with us, because that is a great example of one of the biggest things that I love about our company. We are not put under pressure to reel people in, to go fishing and just grab people. You guys encourage us to build relationships, and I'm just so grateful for that, because the growth in our business is encouraged, yes, but building these relationships and having fun with people and living life with people, that is so much more to us. That means so much more. And, that takes the pressure off of us to allow us, while we're building our business, it allows us to enjoy our lives too. It reduces the stress level. And we are like no other company, guys. We are like no other company. We have a great deal to be grateful for. Our hearts should be just bubbling over with gratitude. And so, that being said, I know the majority of the folks that are on here tonight feel that way. So enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. And just like Carlos said, go and try to be a blessing to somebody else that doesn't quite see things that way, because I guarantee you, as long as there's just a little spark in their heart, they've got potential. And you may be the one that fans that flame. So that's all I've got.
Thank you, Leanne. You're awesome.
Hey, just let me follow on Leanne. Talking about, being grateful. I'm just grateful for every single one. Obviously here on this Zoom, and, especially, the leaders here. It's just how do I describe it? When you invite somebody to the Zoom and, to see our community, you see that, this is a lively group, but you don't, once you get in and get to know every single one of us, with James, Katina, James Wood, Leanne, Steve, Kevin, Mike, Ron, and Carlos, that there is truly like a bond. Just wanted to share this weekend, we did this kind of like a Trunited Cafe where whoever wanted to pop in, could pop in and just share whatever was on there, that whether they had a question, they needed help or whatnot. And, we just took time because we enjoy each other. I know Leanne, Leanne that took some pictures. I don't know. We decided to goof off a little bit and have fun. And it was just, it's just amazing just to get to be around, a fun group of people. I had a long day at work and all that. And, we don't have as much fun over there that I do over here. And, with guys that are, making a difference in other people's lives. We laugh once in a while at work, but mostly it's, you hear a lot of gossip in there. But, here it's about talking about, excitement about where we're going to be, where you're going to be going, what your dreams and, your goals are, and making a difference in other people's lives. And, that's a whole different kind of fun that I like. I just thought I'd share that, and just happy Thanksgiving to every single one of you guys. And just looking forward to getting to know each other more, spending more time with your families, and just pumped.
Everybody can always expect, when we see Gilmore's face,
Yeah.
big old smile on his face, man. And it's just, it's that energy, and you radiate that energy, man. That is like, I love it. Yes. Thanks, buddy. You talk and I smile. It's, it's kind of a natural reaction. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Carlos.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you today? Awesome. Definitely. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot to say today. I just want to make sure everybody has an awesome Thanksgiving. Christine's off Thursday and Friday, so we're going to spend 2 days. And I think the best. And I guess I'm going to say, let's not talk politics. Let's not talk politics on Thursday and Friday. That way everything goes real smoothly. But quite a few of us getting together. We're gonna just kind of block everything out of our mind for 2 days and rest and relax, and then come back Saturday and hit it hard. I am excited. I know we were on a Zoom right before this live call, and I'm excited in the direction that we're going, and I'm excited with the changes on the marketing side, because I truly do believe we are more of what can we do for you type of business, other than the other companies out there. They're just like, I've got to get that next fast start. I got to get that next one, because my bills are due or whatever. And here, guys, I'm just going to say it. We are just so incredibly laid back, and we do anything we can do to help anybody in the whole company. And that's the rarest thing I've ever seen in any company in 35 years, is that I'm not in the lineage for James or Gilmore or Leanne or even James Wood, but I can work with them every day if I want to. I can help them every day if I want to. And what does it do? It makes the point value in our company go up, and it makes all of us more money. That's the most amazing thing. And hats off to Dr. Nico. And Carlos, I didn't know if you and Ron had a part to play in that on the algorithm and the point. But boy, let me tell you, that is the strongest thing of any company in the world right now. I mean, and nobody can copy it either, because nobody will copy it because we're a not-for-profit. Nobody's going to open up a company to be a not-for-profit. It's just not going to happen. And we are, and it's already debt-free. It's successful and growing. And man, I love where we're headed. Headed. So I'll go ahead and cut it off there. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Carlos, sorry you're getting so much snow. Boy, I'm not a snow fan at all.
Don't be sorry. The kids are very excited because they're gonna go sledding.
They are. Yeah, you bet they are. Snow more. And Dad's in the other room going, no snow, stop.
No, I'm good, man. I enjoy it. I'm here at home, and I can work remote, and you don't need to get out. So
yeah. Oh, amen. Oh man, that's good stuff. Well, I happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'll go ahead and pass the mic to either James or Kevin or whoever else wants to jump in there.
Yes. So I'll make just one comment, Steve.
Yes.
And it's this, man. It's like, man, you have something that I'm grateful about you, is that you have this steadfast mentality and heart about you, that no matter what comes our way, you never change. You've decided that you are going to succeed.
Yeah.
And that decision stands yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
He drinks 9 Vingos every day. 9 Vingos.
Yeah,
yes.
9. I think it's around 5. But Carlos, one of the things that you are right, and I've said my commitment physically to Dr. Nico face to face, and to you, and to Kevin Weldon, and a handful of others. Guys, I don't look at my business today or next week. I look at my business 6 months from now, a year from now, 18 months, 2 years from now. And I know where we're headed. So for me, I know where we're going. And you couldn't pull me out of this. You could call me tomorrow and say, Steve, I got this new company. I'll give you $1 million. Man, $1 million. I'm going to be making $20 million a month over here. Why would I take a chump change like that? Forget that. There just ain't no way. So I'm here for the long haul. So James Wood, you're going to have to put up with me.
Well, no, Kevin. I'm just sitting here looking at, we've got this is the leadership core, and there's we don't talk about money. We're everybody's got we're our own individual dreams and our passions and the things that we're passionate about. But even on a Zoom like this, we're having fun. It's laid back. There's no pressure. When you connect with a group of people that already know where you're going, and with absolute certainty, then you can be this. You can have fun. You can lay back. We can tell jokes. Man, if some of you guys heard some of the stuff that the kind of fun we have off to the side, it's I'm not going to say money isn't a motivation, because we're all obviously in this to build a business that can create the financial legacy of a business only like True 90 can. But it's more than that. My segue from what Carlos was saying and Steve, what you were saying is, there's a lot of companies out there right now, and I'm sure they're great models, and you've got the most, they all say they've got the most amazing comp plans and great products, and I'm not going to dispute none of that stuff. But I know in order to really build something significant, something long-term, we're all looking at legacy type stuff here. There's got to be more there than just the stuff. And we see it. We're all connected to people that on Facebook are in other companies, and all you get is this repetitive day after day, nauseating, look at my drink, click on my thing, watch my video. It's about me, watch my stuff, buy my stuff. Here's another skinny dude holding up the fat pant video again. There's got to be something more, because it can't be about the comp plan. It can't be about it can't be just about the stuff. There's got to be this. And it's one of the hardest things to teach people is we're out connecting with people and we've got this opportunity to help them earn some additional income. And then they join the company and we're like, okay, now let's focus on relationships. And they're like, well, wait a minute, I want to make a bunch of money. So I love the fact that because we're not loaded up front with all these commissions from selling big packages, that just exposing people to this platform by default is attracting the type of people that are going to stand the test of time. Because anybody that comes in and wants to bring a bunch of people just to make a bunch of commissions is probably not the type of person that's going to be in here for the long haul. So I'm grateful for the model. I'm grateful for Dr. Nico having the vision of putting something like this together. I'm grateful for everybody that stood the test of time. I'm grateful for all of you guys. All of you on this Zoom were here before me. And I will tell you, one of the determining factors in me sticking around as long as I have was you guys not leaving when roads got tough, when we've had challenges. The fact that this core leadership group is still here gave me the confidence to tough it out and know that we really do have something better. And I'll tell you, because of that, Steve, you're right. I don't care what somebody comes at. It could be the most amazing company, most amazing income potential. I'm not leaving this. And I know if we focus on this, money will never be an issue. So,
yes,
Kevin?
And you're right. You're right on the money, brother. Right on the money. No pun intended on that. We were just having this conversation the other day, Natalie and I, where we had a couple of people that we were working with on some mindset stuff. And the focus is money, money, money. And we said, listen, some of the richest people we know are also the poorest people we know, because all they have is money. Money is not the answer. Now, for those that don't have much money, they think that money is the answer. What the answer is, guys, the answer is inner peace and true happiness. That all starts from within. Once you get that, the money starts coming at you to an extent where you wonder where it was ever at to begin with. Focus on being happy. And that is all a personal choice. It's all a mindset thing. Not going to get into that whole big spiel tonight, but we do have something unlike anything I've ever been a part of. And I, too, will never leave this company. This is the best company I have ever been a part of. I've been in this industry for better than 30 years now. Not as long as Mike Feinberg, not as long as Steve Dixon, but I've been in this industry for a long time. And I've seen a lot of stuff come and go. I've seen a lot of big promises. Not going to get into any of the negatives. I'm going to focus on the positives. This company has heart. This company has a great culture here. There's nothing here that can ever hurt anybody. Nothing here that can ever hurt anybody. And that, when I said yes to this opportunity, I first said yes because it sounded like a no-brainer to me. And it didn't cost anything. But once I understood what this company was truly all about, that's when I started sharing. And I have not stopped sharing since. I'm in my 31st month here, and I love this company. Would I like to see people making 20, 30, 50,000 a month so we could finally shut some of those naysayers up out there? Yes, I would. And I know one thing, that day is coming as long as we stay focused on what we have our hands on right here, because it's not going away. We got Dr. Nico, and thank God he is stubborn. Thank God he's got pride. Thank God he wants to fight for what he believes in. And he believes in this concept, and he believes in those of us that are still here. The James Katinas, Steve Dixons, the Gilmores, the Leannes, those of us who have not wavered in our belief of this company. I, too, get hit up all the time, and I literally get nauseous at some of the pitches that come my way. I've gotten to the point where at least I'm not, cussing people and hanging up on them. I'm very courteous and considerate, and I'll listen. And I don't sit there and play apples and oranges and compare this and that. I just say extremely happy with where I'm at right now. I would like to make one quick comment, and this is not Steve Dixon, you know how much I love you, but there are some new people on here that may not understand the difference in a nonprofit and a not-for-profit. We all know that TrueNited is definitely a for-profit company, because that for-profit is in the form of a profit pool that we all participate in 100%. So we are absolutely a for-profit. But the difference is Dr. Nico, Carlos, the managing partners, don't take a salary. They don't take any percentage off the top. That for-profit is paid out to the members to the tune of 100% of that net profit. So yes, Nico doesn't take a percentage. And as the owner, as the founder, and Carlos and Mike and Ron as the managing partners, you know, are absolutely entitled to take salaries. Any company, every other company that we know of, the owners and the managing partners absolutely take a salary. And if that happened here, that would reduce the profit pool for us. They chose not to do that. There is not another company, to my knowledge, in the history of this industry that does that. And that is thanks to Dr. Nicholas Porter. He is the one that made that decision, that he was not going to take anything from the profit that comes into this company. He wanted to create something different, something special. And as we all know, sometimes that just takes a while to really set in and catch on, because nobody's ever seen that before. Anytime something brand new comes around that nobody's ever seen before, they're not wanting to believe it. We know it. We've been here. We've met Nico. We've been to his house. We've looked into his eyes. We've shook his hand. We've been with Carlos. We've seen the warehouse. We've been with Ron. We've been with Mike. We know what's here. And guys, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that we keep this passion that we have, that we keep this in our heart, and we share this with anybody that will listen. Yes, most people are skeptical. Yes, they may tell you you're crazy. I'm happy with my $4.99 buy-in and my breakage and my 3 levels of, I'm happy with that. I made $386 last week. How long is that going to last? There will come a day when we will have members in this company that are making 7-figure, just like Steve was saying, not annual, monthly. Mike Popovich believed, he said this last year, that he believed that there would come a day we would have earners making 8 figures per month. I don't know how long that's going to take, but by God, I sure plan on being here when that day gets here. And you know what? If I'm not one of those that's making 8 figures a month, if I'm making 8 figures a year, if I'm making 7 figures a year, you think I'm going to be sad that I've stayed? Guys, we have something unlike anything we've ever seen before. And again, here's one more thing, and I'll throw it back to you, Carlos. Just because something is free to join does not mean that there is not massive value here. Mm-hmm. The perception when something is for free or very low cost, the perception for most people, because they operate on a broken paradigm, is that there's no real value there. That's the perception. Guys, if we do not step up and confidently and excitedly and passionately share the value that is here with no risk, we are missing the whole point. Yep. We shouldn't even be showing up on Monday night if we're not willing to go do that. And I challenge every single one of you on the leaderboard. I challenge every single participant here tonight. Bring somebody into this mix. They deserve to be a part of this. Everybody deserves to know what we've got our hand. And talk about Thanksgiving coming up. We do have so much to be thankful for.
Yes.
And it's very important to start your day off with gratitude. Like Carlos said, I start off every day with my gratitude page where I write my affirmations, the things that I'm grateful for. And every day I list 10 things. Every day, 10 things that I'm grateful for. And if anybody doesn't believe that, I will show you my journal. I'm on day 44 right now. We got it from Bob Proctor at an event we did about 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks, 42. Yeah. So 42, 40, Sunday, Monday, today's Monday, Sunday. So yeah, 40, I'm on day 44. Haven't missed a day. Every day, write my gratitudes. I send love to somebody that bothers me. And guys, I've run out of people that bother me. There's nobody that even bothers me anymore. So I am so happy to be a part of this family.
Thanks,
really
brother.
am.
Appreciate you so much, man.
Love
Man,
you, King Dub.
I'm so very thankful for your passion, your belief, and I believe you will make 7 figures plus a month, and I'll be there at the pity party with you.
Hey, with all that.
Hey, that is one party that I promise you guys are going to want to be at, because it's not about the money.
Yeah.
When you get to that point, it's about being an inspiration and a blessing to everybody that you come into contact with.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when that day comes, there's several of us that are all going to be at that level.
Yeah.
And man, are you talking about one hell of a party that we're going to have? No expenses spared and no cost to show up. And you want to talk about door prizes at that party?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to want to be at that party.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Love it.
And we're going to get the Katinas to sing the national anthem.
Yeah, that's right.
and I'll even pay for that.
And many others. And many other songs. Awesome, guys. Anybody else wants to say a couple words?
I'll pop in here for just a second. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, can.
Loud and clear, brother.
I'm just, it's, we've all hit on the fact that it's a week of gratitude, but gratitude goes on every single day. And listening to James Katina sing the national anthem and watching the way they go about their business. Some people know this and some people don't know this, but I have the opportunity to referee college football every single week. And in fact, I'm going to be doing it again on Saturday. But standing there and listening to somebody sing the national anthem, and occasionally have the opportunity to listen and see a flyover, and also the opportunity to see guys jump from planes and land on the football field. You talk about getting chills and goosebumps. I get an opportunity to do that almost every weekend.
Wow.
And it coincides with gratitude in the fact that I get to meet some amazing people, and there's amazing people in this group. And Steve Dixon will verify this, but I love listening to his calls. I get on every opportunity that I can. And Carlos, you are spot on when you talk about Steve Dixon. You can hear the enthusiasm. You know that what he is saying to you is coming from his heart. Mm-hmm. He says he's not going anywhere. I mean, he just excites the heck out of me. And I've actually shared that information for his calls with my group and tell him, I said, you need to take an opportunity to get on one of his calls and just listen to him. But I'm grateful for that. I'm just grateful for everybody in this group. There are class quality people in this group. I actually am close to my home this Saturday to work my game, and my crew, one of the guys on my crew lives close to me, and he's having dinner Friday night at his house, and we're all going to be there. Family's coming. And so it's just a really good time for gratitude. And I appreciate everybody in this group and everybody that's on this call. So that's all I got to say. And Kevin Weldon, you're spot on.
Thank you, Mike. So grateful for you, man. Appreciate you, and I know that you probably take a lot of grief from making decisions at games, right? Yeah. It's not an easy job.
It's not an easy job.
No phantom kicking, no phantom tripping calls, please. No phantom tripping calls.
Nah, I can. I can just imagine, man. I mean, being the person that has to call the shots when half of the stadium, or maybe majority of the stadium, sometimes will hate you for it. I mean, that takes guts, in my opinion.
That's why he likes it. That's why he likes it here. This is the only group half of us ain't cussing them out half the time.
Spot on, James Wood.
That makes
But
sense.
it's the nature of the beast, and you know, I've been doing it for quite a while, so most of it just rolls off the back of my shoulders. So
That's awesome, buddy.
Hey,
so
Carlos,
much.
I'm going to make a quick announcement. Listen up, guys. At Team Build, James, you may want to share the same thing in TrueFam. We're going to post Steve Dixon's call. Steve is old school. Okay, we have webinars and we have conference calls. Steve is still old school, but I'm going to tell you what. There's something about that old school conference call that a lot of people really enjoy. So we're going to post that for Steve's calls. I think he does 2 or 3 a week. James, I believe every Wednesday night we're back on the Worthy Wednesday. Is that true? Want to make sure everybody knows about that. Also, I still do Tuesday night opportunity call. I don't do Thursdays. We're doing Tuesdays, so it's a live opportunity. We talk about the United Challenge. We also have a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of strategy. So if y'all want to join that, that's fine. So we just want to make sure that everybody knows that there are resources out there if you would like to plug in. We welcome new people. It's all the same culture, just like what we have right here. We're here to help, encourage, and inspire one another. So if there's something that you need, a lot of people love the 24/7, 365, the Freedom Hack that James did is incredible. Some people love an opportunity to bring people in, let them hear the live energy of a live call. We do that on Tuesdays. James' call on Wednesday is phenomenal because it's a place to go and just hear the love of what we've got here. Ask any questions that you want. You can connect with other leaders within the company. It's just an awesome opportunity. And then, of course, you got Steve's words of wisdom that he shares on his conference call. So we'll post that again on the Team Build page. James, if you want to highlight that on the TrueFam page, and anybody else that has pages out there, if y'all want to share that information as well. We just want people to know that we are alive and well. We are alive and well, and we are.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
that's great.
Those calls are great, and Steve is so old school that he still uses a fax. So
I do not, Carlos. No.
I know.
I scan it, and then I email it.
Well, guys,
Sweet.
did we lose Mike Feinberg?
It might be past his bedtime.
Alrighty, that's all right. That's all right. Well,
Hey,
guys,
I promise you, it's not past Feinberg's bedtime. That joker sent me emails like at all hours.
yeah, no,
Really? Wow.
I get 3 in the mornings emails from Mike Feinberg.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's all good. He's a night owl. Well, guys, thank you so very much. So very grateful for you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Hope
Yeah.
you enjoy it to the fullest,
Everybody.
and enjoy some turkey, ham, or whatever you enjoy during your holidays. Some nice dessert. It'll be my cheat day on Thursday, so I'm gonna eat 10,000 calories, and
Come on, man.
don't worry about it.
Yes. No intermittent fasting on Thursday, bro.
Nope. Well, yeah, I'm gonna fast all day and then 10,000 calories in a period of 2 hours.
Might do that. All right.
No, actually, we're actually running a 5K in the morning with the kids. It's gonna be a Thanksgiving fun run. So I'm gonna burn them before I eat them.
Y'all can join me on my boxing class if you like.
Yeah.
We're throwing down, man. We're
Will
throwing
do.
down.
Love you, everybody. You guys have an amazing
Thank you.
week, and we'll talk soon.
Yes.
Night.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Giving
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Love you all.
Bye.
Love you all. Have a
Thanksgiving.